What's up everyone, and welcome to another episode of Terror Reels with Steel City Dahmer.
What's your favorite scary movie?
We will continue to watch Freddy turn into a crazy cartoon character in Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Dream Masters. This is the movie where the writers all said fuck it and went to make Freddy as goofy and wild as he possibly could be. This movie is also the highest grossing movie in the whole franchise, so the writers must have been doing something right. On to the review. Kristen, played by Tuesday Knight and not Patricia Arquette. Hashtag not my Kristen. She's talking to this little girl drawing with chalk on the sidewalk. What is she drawing? Freddy's house, that's what. The rain comes and washes it away, and the only dry spot in town is inside the Elm Street house. So of course she walks in. Watch out for that glove. Oh, never mind. It's a tree, but watch out for that exploding window. The blast sends Kristen flying down the stairs into the boiler room. She gets scared and uses her dream powers we learned from the last movie to pull Kincaid and Joey into her dream. I'm glad Kincaid's back in this movie. They tell her to quit pulling him into her bullshit dreams, and that Freddy's dead. Don't believe him? Just check the boiler. Oh, it's not Freddy. It's Jason, not the camp counselor murderer, but Kincaid's dog. As everyone wakes up, Jason has a mouthful of blood, and Kristen's arm is fucked up. The next day, Kristen cruises over to pick up Alice, played by Lisa Wilcox, and Kristen's boyfriend, Rick, played by Andreas Jones. Rick's hopped through the window because apparently their dad is a giant prick. We cut over to school, where we meet Debbie, played by Brooke Thies, and Dan, played by Danny Hassel. Alice imagines hitting on Danny, but her brother ruins that daydream and says she can hook a sister up. Sheila, played by Toy Newkirk, comes in the lot in a bike that's moments away from exploding. Debbie runs over to her to use her brain, but she sticks up for Sheila, so it's all good. The foreshadowing gods tell us that Debbie is going to have a problem with bugs later. Kincaid and Joey tell Kristen to fuck off with her dream powers and let them get some normal ass rest. Joey makes a good point by saying that if you keep bringing up Freddy, he might just come back. As they walk to class, we're shown that Freddy is back and now has some LEDs, and everyone in this school has terrible awareness for what's going on around them. Even though Rick didn't just make a best friend with his autographed katana, he's still doing karate in the garage in this pretty bitchin' montage. Just kidding, this montage sucks. Alice's dad gets home with a bottle in hand. Alice gives him some dinner and he's a piece of shit about it. She daydreams again about yelling back at her dad. She snaps back into reality and her dad's still being a piece of shit. We cut over to Kincaid falling asleep with his dog and waking up in the trunk of a car in the junkyard from the previous nightmare. Jason's digging in the dirt like dogs do and then pisses out a flame that opens the ground to a fiery pit of bullshit that brings Freddy back together. Now the part where his skeleton organs reform is cool, but how the fuck did this make it in the movie? Oh, how should Freddy come back this time? Dog piss? Yeah man, that's deep. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Just having him back would have been better than this nonsense. Anyways, Freddy's back.
You shouldn't have buried me. I'm not dead.
As Freddy looks for Kincaid, Kincaid drops a car on his bitch ass and celebrates a bit prematurely. If Freddy died already, then this movie would be over. The cars start exploding and blocking off the exits for Kincaid. They flash and honk at him as he screams to Kristen, but I don't think the message is sent. Rest in peace, Kincaid. You were my favorite characters in this franchise. We cut over to Joey hanging out, watching some TV as he falls asleep. His waterbed starts a-rockin', only to reveal that model from his poster somehow made it into his waterbed. Joey wants him ass, so logistics don't matter to him, until...
How's this for a wet dream?
Damn. I'm glad a wet dream never killed me. That's a shitty way to go. The next day, Alice and Kristen are hanging out. Kristen is nervous about Joey Kincaid not being in school that day. They talk about a poem called The Dream Masters. Get it? They said the name of the movie. Awesome. Anyways, Kristen notices that Kincaid and Joey aren't in class and freaks out and bashes her head against the wall and has to get woken up by the school nurse. Did I say nurse? I meant Freddy Krueger.
I want to draw some blood.
He squirts some blood at Kristen, and she wakes up from her nightmare. Later, we see Dan, Rick, Kristen, and Alice at the boarded up Elm Street house, and Rick fills Dan in what Freddy's all about.
Anyway, that's where it gets weird. She says that he comes back in dreams, and if he kills you in your dream, you're dead for real.
I like that the town story now tells the metaphysical aspect to Krueger being a dream mass murderer. At Kristen's home, her mom signs her death warrant by drugging Kristen so she can get some sleep. Her mom just thinks she's helping, but she really fucked up here. Kristen stumbles up to her room. She tries to fight the drug, but it doesn't happen, and she passes the fuck out while trying to call Alice. In her dream world, she's on a sunny beach soaking up all those rays, until holy fuck, there's a shark! That's not a shark. That's Freddy Krueger being a fucking dick before exploding into a sandcastle that becomes a rad version of Freddy Krueger. Krueger steps on Kristen's head down beneath the quicksand before dropping her into the Elm Street house. She climbs the ceiling for a minute before running into the fucking boiler room, and of course Krueger's down there. Stop running into the fucking boiler room. Anyways, Krueger says his goodbyes.
Elm Street's last breath. Farewell.
Krueger tricks Kristen into using her dream powers that we learned about in the last movie and pulls a soaking wet Alice into her dream.
How sweet. Fresh meat.
Kristen slaps Alice trying to wake her up, but it doesn't work. Krueger talks some shit and Kristen goes to attack Krueger, but he throws her into a huge boiler. As Kristen dies, a weird energy orb flies through Krueger and his soul chest and flies into Alice. This is Alice's dream powers. She can absorb the energy or spirit or whatever from the people Krueger killed. Yeah, she just lost a friend. Believe she has a nice going away present? She knows that something's wrong, and her brother run to Kristen's house, only to see flames in her bedroom window. They burst in the room and find her burning alive. We cut over to Sheila taking her math test. Maybe she's on an Adderall, because her answers just start dancing around the page. Alice is asleep. Good job, Alice. It wasn't Adderall. It was Alice. You fucked up. Freddy encourages learning to Sheila, but I don't think she needs the encouragement. Her pen starts to spill blood under her paper, and she rubs it around, only to get her arm sucked in and a fucking weird robot comes out and attacks her. What the fuck is this thing and why is it in this movie? Doesn't make any sense. Well, Freddy's a teacher now, so he's doing things his own way, I guess. He goes over to Sheila and crosses a few lines a teacher should never cross.
Wanna suck the face?
No.
Well, I guess she's gonna fail this test. In class, it appears she's having an asthma attack before Alice gets knocked on her ass from Sheila's spirit power. While they haul Sheila away, Alice realizes she brought Sheila into her dream like Kristen did with her. Later, we see Dan visiting Alice at her job at the Crave Inn. Get it? Like Wes Craven? Anyways, Alex explains why Krueger is after Alice and her friends if Kristen was the last Elm Street child.
Maybe Freddy can't get to the new kids unless there's someone to bring them to him.
We cut to Nightmare on Elm Street producer Robert Shea teaching a class on dreams. Like with anyone, this puts Alice to sleep. Who's she gonna bring in her dreams this time? Oh fuck, it's her brother. He wakes up on the toilet to a bunch of cheerleaders entering the stall. This isn't so bad. Oh, there's his sister. Oh fuck, there's his crispy dead girlfriend. The stall door closes into an elevator that free-for-alls to a fucking dojo. This whole scene makes zero sense, and this is what happens when you run out of money early into a movie. This whole scene is pretty fucking dumb. Starts getting attacked by an invisible Freddy, until eventually the glove flies up and guts him. Fucking lame as shit. Alice freaks out in the class and the windows in the room explode inward from Rick's spirit power. After Rick's funeral, we get a karate montage just to let us know that she has Rick's powers. Also, the wig of this devil is fucking terrible and they shouldn't feel bad for letting it in this movie. Alice goes to meet Dan at the Craven, but he's not there. She decides to go to the movie instead. The screen shows a dilapidated version of her work before a gust of wind sucks in her popcorn and drink. Hey, it's like $14 wasted. Eventually, the movie pulls Alice into the silver screen, where she meets an older version of herself that's still working at the diner. Oh, Freddy's there too. They get a pizza, but I don't think Alice is too hungry.
The usual. My favorite. Eeny, meeny, miny.
Krueger tells her to bring him more souls, so Debbie's next. Alice runs to the diner again, but this time Dan's there, and they roll over to Debbie's place. They get there and Alice runs towards the house, but only to repeat the scene we just saw. That really felt like a dream sequence. Debbie is pumping iron, and Freddy decides to be a reverse spotter and pushes the weights down and snaps her arms. Don't worry though, they're not broken. Freddy just turned into a roach. Told you, foreshadowing. Alice and Dan do the deja vu diner scene a few more times, and Debbie ends up in a huge roach motel before Krueger smashes her to death.
You can check in, but you can't check out.
Alice goes run over Krueger with a truck, but the truck just smashes around him. Oh, I guess it was just a tree. Don't dream and drive, guys. Dan has to go to the hospital, but the paramedics try to put him to sleep, but Alice says fuck that and slaps the meds out of his hand. Alice runs home and takes some sleeping pills to fight to keep Dan alive. After a montage of picture ripping and a callback to all the fallen characters, she's ready to fight Freddy.
Fucking A.
Well, they put Dan to sleep, and Krueger's a doctor.
Well, it ain't Dr. Seuss.
Alice jump kicks through her bedroom mirror, ends up in Dan's hospital room, and they flee into a crazy spinny tunnel. Krueger has some fun with him in this tunnel and spins her ass into an old church. Dan gets fucked up and the doctors pull him out of the sleep, leaving Alice to fight Krueger alone.
Welcome to Wonderland, Alice.
She kung fu's her way to Krueger and begins beating his ass, but he just laughs everything off. They bring this battle to the pews and continue fighting after some shit talking. Good kick, Alice. It's not enough to kill him though, and he pops up behind her. Krueger tosses Alice, and instead of kung fu fighting, Alice busts out Sheila's bug zapper, rips out a power cable, and shoots Krueger with it. And it's a critical hit.
I am eternal.
What the fuck? Where did these girls come from? Glad they did though, because they remind Alice that if you show an evil creature its reflection, then it shall die. Well, that's what happens. Krueger's body of souls start ripping out of him and pin him to a piece of furniture before they rip him apart and releasing all the souls. This evaporates Krueger, and Alice kicks the glove away. He's dead, for now at least.
Rest in hell.
And there you have it, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Dream Masters, directed by Rennie Harlan and released on August 19th, 1988. Wes Craven had a different story for this entry in the Nightmare series, but producers Sarah Reicher and Robert Shea said, nah, fuck that. I always wondered how this movie would have been if they took Craven's story. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy this movie. While he's turning more into a cartoon character of a villain, Dream Masters still has its perks. Alice is a great addition to the Nightmare series. With the 600 actresses that auditioned for the role, I'm glad they went with Lisa Wilcox. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Terror Reels, and stay tuned for the next video where I, of course, review Nightmare on Elm Street 5, Dream Child, where the entire franchise goes off the rails and doesn't care anymore about anything. See you in Zen.